Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 431 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer in Pore Minimizing. So this is a sample that I got from Ulta recently, but the full-size version retails for $39, and this is supposed to be mattifying and minimize the appearance of pores, and it's cruelty-free. And this is a version of Smashbox primers that I have been so interested in trying because I deal with large pores. That's one of my main skin concerns. So I really like to try pore minimizing primers as a way to make my skin appear like it's smooth and flawless when I apply foundation. And when it comes to Smashbox primers, I've tried out a few different ones and they've been kind of hit or miss for me. I was not a huge fan of the regular original formula of the Photo Finish primer, but I love the primerizer. So I'm very interested to see how I'm gonna feel about this one and if it really does live up to its claims. So what it says to do is warm it up between your fingers and then apply a thin layer. Oh, so this is not a very liquidy texture. It's more of a balmy texture. And let's see how it looks on my pores. Actually, yeah, I'll try and only apply it to one side of my face so that I can compare the difference. The texture of this reminds me a lot of the Benefit Pore Minimizing Primer, which is one that I really do like, and I do feel like that one actually performs really well. And if you want to see my review on that, I will link that video down below. I will also link down below my video on the other Smashbox primer and the primerizer if you're interested in seeing those. I will say that with this kind of balm texture, oh my gosh. But anyways, with that texture of this primer, it makes it so that it doesn't spread out very far, so it's not like a little bit goes a long way. I did have to apply quite a bit to just do this half of my face. And so now I'm comparing these pores to the pores on this side of my face, and they definitely look minimized. I feel like the pores are looking half the size, half as noticeable on this side as they look on this side. So I am very happy about that. This is also definitely mattifying. So like the difference, this side of my face versus this side, you can really see that mattifying effect. And that's something I also really like in primers because as the day goes on, my skin does tend to get oily, and this claims to give oil control for I think it's like 8 hours. So I'm gonna test that out today, but I would love if that's the case. So yeah, so far I am very happy and excited about this. But I do have combination skin, so I'll get oily in places but dry in others. And so this is a primer that I would recommend applying a moisturizer if you're dry like me before using it, because it does really mattify the skin. So if I do have places that need moisture, I'd want to make sure I'm giving it that, because this is not giving moisture to my skin. And my skin feels very smooth and soft. It doesn't have a tackiness, a stickiness to it at all. So it feels like it's really smoothed out my skin. Okay, so my skin is feeling really nicely primed right now. But in order to give this the full test, I'm going to now apply my foundation on top of it. So since I'm reviewing a primer, I'm using my go-to foundation for reviewing primers, the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, applying it with my AOA Studio Wonder Sponge. This is the combo I use for all of my primer reviews because this foundation really does let me tell how my skin is doing underneath, since it's very standard foundation without any skin benefits. So after this Smashbox primer, this pore minimizing one, the only other one that I'm really dying to try out is the redness reducing primer from Smashbox, because oh my gosh, like today especially, I have so much redness in my skin that I also really like to use redness reducing primers to help tone that down under foundation. So then maybe I don't need to wear such full coverage foundation in order to cover it up, things like that. So hopefully I'll be able to try out that primer in a future video. But I really love primers. It's one of my favorite makeup products to try because they're just like so fun and really do make a difference. I went to the zoo the other day and I was so excited because it was like finally nice enough weather to start doing outdoor activities. And I made sure to load up on the sunscreen, but I'm wondering if that's why my skin is looking extra red today, because I finally was in the sun for a while. If you want to see things like when I go to the zoo and more like lifestyle parts of my life, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is The Life of Christina, because that's where I post things like that if you're interested. Yeah, I can definitely tell that this is mattifying. It's doing a really good job of making my foundation appear mattified. I am kind of surprised though, because I can still see some texture from my pores, more than I was expecting. I mean, it definitely reduced the appearance of my pores, but they're not looking perfect. I can still tell that I have pores, large pores along my cheeks and my nose, whereas I feel like with that primerizer, it minimized the appearance of my pores even more. So I wonder if this is something that I should combine with the primerizer or combine it with other primers. So I'll use like an all over primer and then just focus this one in on my cheeks and my nose and my chin, places where I really want to add that extra pore minimizing effect. Because I feel like on its own, it's okay, but it's not perfect. I feel like I just need to add something else to completely eliminate the look of the pores. So yeah, not bad, but not mind-blowing. I definitely still like the primerizer better, but I am all in all happy with how my foundation is looking. It's looking pretty smooth. My skin is looking almost flawless. So not a failure at all. But I would love to know in the comments down below if you have recommendations for pore minimizing primers. Since this isn't amazing to my skin, I'm still on the search for others, so I would love to get some more recommendations. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.